We're into double digits of the Premier League season. Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today welcome to my Game Week 10 Premier League predictions. We're into double digits now, and yeah, we got some good games to look forward to this weekend, so let's get into my predictions. And of course the first game is happening tonight at Selhurst Park. It is Crystal Palace against Tottenham, and I can't watch the game because I'm going to watch the Lionesses with my mate and my dad, so I have to miss the game unfortunately, which I am a bit annoyed about. Basically, me, my dad and my mate booked tickets to watch the Lionesses. There was no scheduled Premier League game for the date, which is today, 27th of October. About 2 days later, they put Palace Spurs on this date, Friday night, and I'm like, oh, but anyway, that's enough. That's just waffle. Anyway, whatever. Now, we come into this game after a 2-0 win against Fulham on Monday. I thought we played very well. I thought Son had a brilliant game. I thought Vicario and Romero did really well as well. Crystal Palace, I did watch their last game as they lost 4-0 against Newcastle at St James's Park. And to be honest, I thought Newcastle were poor. I thought Crystal Palace were poor, to be honest. Defensively, they were absolutely all over the place. And they were just really poor. But to be fair, it is St James's Park. It is a tough place to go. Palace will be happy that they are at home. To be honest, I say this most weeks. You don't really know what to expect with Crystal Palace. They could be good. They can be bad. But to be honest, I think we will win. And if we win tonight, we go 5 points clear. And whatever happens in the Arsenal game, the City game, the Liverpool game, if we win tonight, and like I said, City, Arsenal, Liverpool all win, it doesn't matter. We will still be top of the league for another week, and I think we will be top I think we will be top of the league for another week. My prediction: Palace 0, Spurs 3, 3-0 Spurs. Come on. And of course, the next game, it is the 12:30 kickoff. It is Chelsea versus Brentford. Little bit of a West London derby. And now Chelsea 2-2 draw last Saturday against Arsenal. To be fair, I thought Chelsea played really well in that game. You know, they just bottled it towards the end. And fair play to Arsenal to do a very good comeback. But overall, I thought Chelsea were the better side. Brentford come into this game after losing 3-0 after winning, 3-0 against Burnley. Wissa and Mbeumo back on the score sheet for Brentford because they were cooking at the start of the season, but they're back scoring now. To be fair, I did watch the highlights of that Brentford game, and to be fair, Brentford did look the better side in that game, to be fair, but you know, Chelsea have improved quite recently. I think they're unbeaten in their last 4 games now, 3 wins and 1 draw. Of course, last time the two teams met at Stamford Bridge, it was Brentford who actually won 2-0. I think Brentford have won their last 2 games at Stamford Bridge, so Brentford could make it a hat-trick at Stamford Bridge tomorrow, but for me, I don't think that will happen, to be honest. I think Chelsea will win. They're playing good football at the moment, Chelsea, and I'm going to back them to win. Again, I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea. And of course, the next game, it's a big game down at the bottom. It is Bournemouth against Burnley, 19th versus 18th. Burnley have only won 1 game so far this season in the Premier League, and that was a win against Luton. Well, you could say 2 you could say 2 games, as of course they beat Luton and they also beat Salford in the Carabao Cup, but that doesn't really count. Well, it does count, but what about league form? But but Bournemouth, to be honest, I thought last week and even the week before, I think their last 2 games, Bournemouth were their last 2 games, Bournemouth, I thought they could have a chance of winning. Everton, I thought they could have maybe won that game, and Wolves last week as well, but they both lost. But this is a game Bournemouth have to win. I mean, if you look at Bournemouth's games so far this season, they have had to play West Ham, Liverpool, Tottenham, Brentford, Chelsea, Brighton, Arsenal, Everton and Wolves. To be honest, the only winnable games in there are Everton and Wolves, which they both lost. But the game tomorrow for Bournemouth is a game that they have to win. They have to win tomorrow, Bournemouth. It's as simple as that. I mean, no disrespect to Burnley, but they're not really that good, to be honest. You know, they probably will go straight back down to the Championship, unfortunately. But you never know. You never know what will happen until May 2024. But I think Bournemouth will win them. Bournemouth will win the game. I'm going to go 2-0 to Bournemouth. And of course, the next game is Arsenal against Sheffield United. Now, apparently there has been loads of rumours going around that after this game, Paul Heckingbottom is actually going to be sacked. I think there were loads of rumours going around on Monday saying that he's going to get sacked. I don't really know if these rumours are true or not, but apparently he is going to get sacked. But I don't know if this is true or not, but we'll have to find out come tomorrow. But you know, Arsenal, this should be a walk in the park for them. I mean, no disrespect to Sheffield United, but they are shit, let's be honest, you know. Well, to be fair, they did only narrowly lose against Manchester United, so I didn't really watch the game, but apparently Sheffield United played alright in that game. But Arsenal, they're going to win this game, to be honest. I'm going to go 5-0 Arsenal. And of course, the next game is the 5:30 kickoff. I know only 4 games on Saturday, not a lot of games. Most of the games are on Sunday. But yeah, the 5:30 game is Wolves against Newcastle at Molineux. Now, Newcastle, I've watched their last 2 games. Of course, they beat Palace 4-0 last time out in the Premier League. But last time out in general was a 1-0 defeat in the Champions League against Borussia Dortmund. Now, to be fair, Dortmund played well, to be honest. You know, I said at the start of my stream on Wednesday that that game will be tougher for Newcastle because PSG, you know, just a lot's happened with them, and I said that this game's going to be tough for Dortmund, doing well at the moment. And I mean, Newcastle played well, but Dortmund played well as well. But you know, Wolves, you know, Newcastle probably want to win this game considering the loss against Dortmund the other day. But Eddie Howe's actually said as well in his press conference that, you know, if you don't know already, Sandro Tonali is set to be banned. Well, I think he has been banned. He's set to be banned, or he has been banned for 10 months. I don't know. But apparently Eddie Howe said that Tonali will be available for this game. So it looks like probably this game tomorrow will be Tonali's last game till next season, because if you think about it, 10 months, that means he's going to be out for the rest of the season, and he's going to miss out on the Euros if Italy qualify for the Euros next summer in Germany. But overall, Newcastle will win. I mean, no disrespect to Wolves. I'm going to go 3-0 Newcastle. And of course, now we move on to the Sunday games, and the first game is West Ham versus Everton. Now, of course, before I do speak about this fixture, of course, my thoughts and prayers go out to Bill Kenwright, who is the Everton chairman. He sadly passed away on Monday. I think it was Monday he passed away. And so, of course, thoughts and prayers go out to Bill Kenwright's family and friends and everybody connected with Everton Football Club. But this will be a tough game for West Ham. This will be a tough game for Everton, I should say. Well, speaking of West Ham, they lost last night to Olympiacos. And before that game last night, West Ham were unbeaten in their last 17 games in Europe. And that run came to an end last night. And that is Olympiacos' first win against an English team in absolutely ages. So fair play to them. But Everton, last time out, they lost against Liverpool. I didn't really watch much of the game because, you know, I was at football, Vanilla and Mackies and stuff, so I couldn't really watch the game, to be fair. But, by the way, how was Canate not sent off? I mean, Ashley Young, yeah, that was the second yellow. But how was Canate not sent off? I have no idea. But, you know, West Ham, last time out in the Prem, they lost 4-1 against Villa. To be fair, I couldn't really watch most of the game because of my hand. Of course, that's when I fractured my thumb, so I had to miss pretty much a bit of the Villa game. But I mean, look at what I saw. West Ham didn't really play that well. In the bits that I saw, I mean, they created a few chances, but they didn't really create much. Villa were just the better team, to be honest. But for me, I think West Ham will return to winning ways. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for West Ham. I think Everton will show a bit of fight and passion, as of course, like I said, Bill Kenwright died, and I'm sure they want to win for him. But I think West Ham will win 2-1. It's going to be a scrappy game, though. And of course, the next game is Aston Villa versus Luton Town at Villa Park. Now, Villa absolutely smashing Aiden Alkmaar 4-1. Back-to-back 4-1 wins. And of course, Villa beat West Ham 4-1. Of course, they beat Aiden Alkmaar 4-1 last night. But, you know, I didn't really watch. Well, I missed a bit of the West Ham game. I missed a bit of Villa's game with Aiden Alkmaar because I had parents' evening and stuff. But apparently Villa were absolutely brilliant. Apparently Aiden Alkmaar meant to be really good at home on the European night, but Villa absolutely smashed them. They absolutely smashed them. And to be honest, this is going to be a long day for Luton. I've captained Ollie Watkins in FPL. I've captained Ollie Watkins in FPL. Hopefully he produces a masterclass, and so does Ezri Konsa and Musa Jabi. They are the 3 Villa players in my FPL team, so I need them 3 to show up against Luton. But like I said, it's going to be a long day for Luton. I'm going to go 4-0 Villa. Okay. Yeah, I will. I'll do it in a minute. Yeah, sorry about that. That's my dad. But yeah, anyway, the next game is Brighton versus Fulham. And I didn't actually know this till I found out earlier on Sky Sports News. Brighton, ever since they got promoted from the Premier League, which was about a couple of years ago, they've never beaten Fulham. I know. Brighton have never beaten Fulham. I mean, the last time Brighton beat Fulham was when both teams were in the Championship. It was 5-0 to Brighton on the 15th of April, 2016. I mean, I just never knew that. Brighton have never beaten Fulham since they got promoted. I never knew that. But that is going to end tomorrow because Brighton are going to win. I'll go into the prediction in a minute, but I did watch Brighton last night against Ajax. I thought Brighton played really well. I thought Brighton were the better side, to be honest. I mean, Ajax created a few chances, but I thought Brighton were the better team on the night. Fulham, of course, they lost against us on Monday. They played crap. But Brighton, they're going to beat Fulham. It's going to be 3-0 to the Albion. And of course, the next game is Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest at Anfield. And of course, Liverpool, they won last night 5-1 against Toulouse. And by the way, fair play to the Toulouse fans. I mean, they were absolutely loving them. They had flares off and everything, so fair play to them. But overall, Liverpool absolutely spanked them. But by the way, Darwin Núñez, I mean, I know the shot that he hit the post led up to a goal, but seriously, he's literally in the 6-yard box and he hit the post. I mean, oh my God, but seriously, but for me, I think Liverpool win. Of course, this is Divock Origi's return to Anfield, so apparently Jurgen Klopp has asked the Liverpool fans to, welcome him home and not boo him or anything, but for me, I think Liverpool will win, to be honest. I mean, no disrespect to Forest, Liverpool are just better than Forest, so I'm going to go 3-0 Liverpool. And of course, the final game, what a way to end the video. It is the Manchester Derby, 3:30 kickoff. I know, such a random time for a kickoff. 3:30. But yeah, anyway, it's Manchester United against Manchester City at Old Trafford. I'm looking forward to this game. Manchester United won against Copenhagen the other day. Harry Maguire scored and Onana saved a penalty. By the way, I want to give a massive shout out to the Copenhagen fans who of course, I think there was a minute's silence before kickoff to remember Bobby Charlton, of course, who died last Saturday, and the Copenhagen fans were chanting like let's pretend this is a scarf, by the way. They were literally holding their scarves like this, and they were singing one Bobby Charlton. There's only one Bobby Charlton, so massive respect to the Copenhagen fans there. But I didn't watch the game, so I don't really know how United played. Man City, they also were in Champions League action. They beat Young Boys 3-1. And to be honest, I didn't watch the game, but I looked at the stats. I mean, for most of the game, Man City looks like they just absolutely battered Young Boys, to be honest. Apparently United, they're still going to pay their respects to Old Trafford, as of course. United are still going to pay their respects to Bobby Charlton, because I know the game on Tuesday was their first home game since the passing of Bobby Charlton. That was in the Champions League. This is going to be their first Premier League home game at Old Trafford since the passing of Bobby Charlton. But I'm just begging, if there is any City fans going to the game on Sunday, please don't sing rude chants. Just don't do anything. Just actually be respectful. Just be respectful, because I just don't see the need. And also, I saw a video of the City fans at halftime chanting "Bobby's in the box." I mean, there's just no need for that, though, is there? There's absolutely no need for that. Absolutely ridiculous. But for me, I think City will win. I don't know how they played against Brighton. To be honest, last time out, but looking at the stats against Young Boys, they battered them. I don't think City will batter United. I think United will show a bit of a fight. But I'm going to go 3-1 to Manchester City. And Manchester will be blue. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.